This song has probably brought a tear to your eye at least a couple of times. Or who could ever forget those last moments in Ghost, when we were all silently praying for Demi Moore to see Patrick Swayze one last time?
Oh, my love.
But here's the thing, those songs weren't always as famous as they are today. Sometimes a song doesn't become iconic because of radio play or chart numbers. It becomes iconic because of a moment, a movie scene, a look, a face caught in perfect light while the right melody hits at just the right second. In this video, we're diving into 10 songs that didn't just play in movies, they found their real meaning there. Number 10. You've Got a Friend in Me, Randy Newman. Randy Newman didn't sit down thinking, I'm gonna write the childhood anthem for an entire generation. He just wanted something friendly and honest, a tune you could hum without thinking too hard.
You got a friend in me.
When Pixar called him in to score their first full-length film, Toy Story, he sat at the piano and pretty quickly came up with, You've Got a Friend in Me. On his end, it felt casual, almost tossed off, like one more nice song in a long career.
When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles.
Then people heard it under Woody and Buzz trying to figure each other out, and it suddenly felt like more than a kid's movie song. It wasn't really about toys at all. It was about childhood itself. That mix of loyalty, jealousy, humor, and heartbreak we all remember a little too well.
Remember what your old past said, for you've got a friend in me.
The track was nominated for both an Oscar and a Golden Globe for Best Original Song. But honestly, the awards are almost the least interesting part. Newman's slightly rough voice, the lazy little swing in the chords, it all felt so unpolished that it somehow became timeless. The song kept coming back in every Toy Story sequel, aging with the audience. By the time Toy Story 4 rolled its credits, that melody felt like a goodbye from an old friend. The kind of song that plays while you sit in the theater a bit longer than you planned, thinking about every toy you ever left behind.
See it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me.
Everyone has one song that feels like you were there for me. For a lot of people, this is that song.
Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Number 9. Where Is My Mind? Pixies. When the Pixies released Where's My Mind in 1988, it was this strange drifting thing, inspired by Black Francis's weird, disorienting experiences while scuba diving. It lived on the edges of college rock, haunting, cryptic, powerful, but nowhere near a mainstream hit. Then Fight Club came along, buildings crumbling, the skyline exploding, two people holding hands as everything they know collapses, and suddenly that ghostly ooh floats in. In that moment, the song stopped being just a track on Surfer Rosa. It became the voice inside every exhausted, disillusioned brain, wondering very quietly, what the hell happened to my life? It didn't top the charts back in '88, but after the film, it turned into one of the most streamed and synced alt-rock songs of its era. The kind you hear everywhere, even if you don't know the band's name. Black Francis has admitted that the movie gave the song a second identity, like it had been waiting a decade for that final scene.
Met me at a very strange time in my life.
If you've ever watched Fight Club and then gone back to the song on its own, you know the feeling. You can't really unsee those explosions anymore. Some songs are born great, others need one perfect frame of film to finally wake up. Number 8. Stuck in the Middle with You, Stealers Wheel.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Used to be just a clever folk rock line about the madness of the music business. It was a wry little song, not a horror trigger. Then Quentin Tarantino got his hands on it. In Reservoir Dogs, Michael Madsen's Mr. Blonde hits play, starts dancing, and tortures a bound cop, while that cheerful groove bounces in the background.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am stuck.
The contrast is so violent, goofy, toe-tapping melody over something you almost can't watch, that the song burned itself into pop culture all over again. For years, Stealers Wheel had mostly faded from view. The band was long gone.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right, here I am.
After the film, Stuck in the Middle with You clawed its way back onto radio and catalog charts, and it became the go-to example of ironic soundtrack use, the moment music critics reference when they talk about Tarantino style. Jerry Rafferty was said to be both disturbed and impressed by the new life the song found. And honestly, it's hard to blame him. Imagine writing a slightly bitter industry song and watching it become forever tied to a sadistic dance.
And you started out with nothing, and you're proud that you're a self-made man.
You can hear the opening strum in a bar today and still feel a tiny chill. That's what film can do. Take a pub sing-along and turn it into something you never quite hear the same way again.
'Cause I'm stuck in the middle with you.
Number 7. Unchained Melody, The Righteous Brothers. Before Ghost, Unchained Melody was already a classic. The Righteous Brothers took it to the charts in 1965, and it became one of those jukebox standards everyone's parents slow danced to at least once. By 1990, it was a beautiful old ballad, a little dusty, a little far away. Then Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore sat down at that pottery wheel. Clay, hands, silhouettes, and those first aching notes. Suddenly, a love song from the 60s became the sound of eternal love, of wanting to touch someone who is already half gone. The film's success sent the song right back up the charts. The reissued version hit number 1. Won in the UK and reached the US top 20 again, a full quarter century after its original run. The Righteous Brothers found themselves back on TV, back on radio, playing a song they had already watched live one full life.
I need your love.
If you've ever heard Unchained Melody and thought instantly of pottery, and you have, that's not an accident. It's a resurrection. A reminder that love songs don't really age. They just wait for the right story to tell.
Oh, my love.
Number 6. Tiny Dancer, Elton John. For decades, Tiny Dancer was more of a deep-cut favorite than a massive single. Loved by fans, but far from Elton's biggest radio weapon. Then Cameron Crowe built a whole scene around it. A tour bus full of tired musicians, bad blood in the air, a night that went too far, silence, and then that piano. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. One by one, the characters start to sing along, almost against their will. No plot twist, no big speech, just a song slowly healing the room. Crowe has called that bus sing-along the soul of Almost Famous, and even the studio tried to talk him out of it because it slowed things down. He fought to keep it, and he was right. The whole movie's heart is in that moment.
Oh, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near.
After the film, Tiny Dancer got a second life, climbing onto new playlists and radio rotations, and finding younger listeners who met it through that one scene first. Even Elton John has acknowledged that Almost Famous gave the song a new kind of spotlight and emotional weight.
And then tickets out for gone.
If you've ever been in a car when a song came on and suddenly everyone started singing, even if you were mad 5 minutes before, that scene hits hard. It's not just about the song. It's about what music does to people when they've run out of words.
Lay me down in sheets of linen.
Number 5. In Your Eyes, Peter Gabriel. In Your Eyes was always a powerful song. Peter Gabriel wrote it about spiritual connection, about seeing yourself reflected back in someone else's gaze. In 1986, it did fine on the charts, but it wasn't yet the universal shorthand for grand romantic gesture. Then John Cusack picked up a boombox. In Say Anything, he stands outside Ione Sky's window, arms raised, In Your Eyes blasting into the quiet street. That one image turned the song into a symbol, the sound of love that refuses to go away quietly. After the movie, the track became a slow dance staple, recharted, and helped cement Gabriel as an unlikely romantic icon, even though he came out of art rock, not pop ballads. Gabriel later admitted the film gave the song another life he never planned for. The scene gets parodied all the time now, but when you watch the original, it still works. Everyone has that one person they would have stood outside for, even if they never actually did it. That's what the song taps into. Not perfection, just persistence. Number 4. Layla, Derek and the Dominos. Layla started as Eric Clapton's confession, a chaotic, desperate cry about his forbidden love for Patty Boyd, who was married to his friend George Harrison at the time. It's all obsession in the first half. Riffs, urgency, turmoil.
What do you do when you get lonely? What's waiting on your
20 years later, Martin Scorsese took the quiet piano coda, the part where the storm seems to settle, and did something brilliant and cruel with it. In Goodfellas, that gentle ending plays over a montage of mob executions, bodies in trash trucks, frozen in meat lockers, abandoned cars, the cost of one man's ambition neatly laid out in corpses. Suddenly, Layla wasn't just about a man in love. It became an elegy for every disposable soldier in a criminal empire. The scene is so strong that even Clapton has admitted he couldn't hear the song the same way after seeing it used that way. The emotional DNA of the song changed, from private heartbreak to cinematic tragedy. Now, it's almost impossible to listen to that piano without seeing those freeze frames in your mind. The song tells two stories at once, and film is the reason the second one exists. Number 3. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, Urge Overkill.
girl? You'll be a
Neil Diamond's Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon was a top 10 hit back in 1967, then faded into the nostalgia bin with his other classic.
Love you so much, can't count all the ways I die for you, girl, and all they can say is
In 1992, Chicago alt-rock band Urge Overkill recorded a cool, slightly ironic cover, half tribute, half attitude, with a darker edge. Quentin Tarantino heard it and instantly heard Mia Wallace.
never get tired of putting it down, and I never know when I come around.
In Pulp Fiction, Uma Thurman dances barefoot in her living room, flipping through records, the song spinning in the background, right before everything spirals into overdose chaos. The cover becomes the calm before the storm, sexy and ominous at the same time.
You'll be a woman soon.
After the film, Urge Overkill's version finally hit the charts, reaching number 59 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 11 on the Modern Rock Tracks, and making the UK Top 40. For a band that had been living in the indie world, it was suddenly late-night TV, MTV, and international exposure.
I'm a mess of a soap for all of my life, over there saying girl just cuts like a knife.
They've admitted they owe a big chunk of that to Pulp Fiction. And honestly, for a lot of people, that song is Mia. Glamorous, dangerous, and already half in another world. The original gave it bones. The movie gave it a ghost. Number 2. The Sound of Silence. Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
The Sound of Silence has one of those titles that already sounds like a movie scene before you even hear it. Simon and Garfunkel wrote it as a quiet reflection on alienation and the way people talk without really saying anything.
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
The electric single version had already gone to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1966. So it was a hit before The Graduate. But the film changed what it meant. The movie ends with Benjamin and Elaine on the bus, breathless after their impulsive escape, smiling at first, then slowly realizing they have absolutely no idea what comes next. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Slips in, and suddenly you feel all the doubt they won't say out loud.
And the vision that was planted in my brain.
From that moment, the song stopped being just poetry. It became the sound of late 60s disillusionment. Young people stepping into a world they don't trust, unsure who they're supposed to become.
Narrow streets of cobblestone.
Directors have kept coming back to it for decades. Watchmen, old school, comedies, dramas, even parodies. Because those opening words still carry that heavy, beautiful sense of emptiness.
Take my arms that I might reach you.
If you've ever stared out of a window at night with headphones on, this is the track you could imagine playing in the movie version of your life. That's what the film locked in, the feeling that this song knows something about you that you haven't said yet.
Go bow and pray to the neon god.
Number 1, My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion. There are film songs, and then there's this. Celine Dion almost didn't record My Heart Will Go On. She thought the demo sounded too simple and wasn't eager to attach herself to a big melodramatic ballad.
Every night in my dreams, I see you.
Composer James Horner and director James Cameron were convinced they needed something timeless, a melody that could carry the film's emotions long after the credits. They were right. As Titanic closes, memories, wreckage, love, loss, Dion's voice comes in, and for millions of people, that's the moment the film really broke them. The song topped charts in over 25 countries, became the best-selling single of 1998, and is one of the best-selling singles of all time with estimated sales over 18 million copies.
Across the distance and space.
It won the Oscar and Golden Globe for Best Original Song and swept major Grammys, including Record and Song of the Year. And it became Celine Dion's signature song forever. She has said that the vocal we hear was essentially captured in one main take, which might be why it feels almost too raw for something that big.
I believe that the heart does.
You can joke about it, you can say you're tired of hearing it, but when that final note hits, most people still feel something. Not just Jack and Rose, not just the ship, but that weird mix of First Love and Final Goodbye that the movie bottled.
Love was when I loved you. One true.
It's more than a theme song. It's a memory people carry around in melody form.
There's nothing I fear, and I know.
From Toy Story's warmth to Titanic's heartbreak, these songs weren't born as legends. Movies made them legends. Cinema gave them faces, stories, and in return, the songs gave those films a heartbeat. So next time the credits roll and you feel that lump in your throat, pay attention to the song still playing in the dark. There's a good chance it's another track waiting for its second life. Another moment you'll remember every time you hear that first note. If you love this trip through music and movies, give the video a like. It really helps more than you'd think. And hey, subscribe if you want more stories like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.